Hey guys, welcome back to the Oilers Fanatic. Today I will be covering the second installment in my new series called Edmonton Oilers S.O.S, aka Save Our Season, a series that looks at changes the Oilers can make at various positions to save their season. In the first installment, I took a look at goalie targets for the Edmonton Oilers. You'll find a link to it at the end of this video. In today's installment, we go behind the bench and take a look at a coaching change for the Edmonton Oilers. Many fans are calling for the firing of Dave Tippett. I still have my doubts over whether or not it actually happens. I see the most likely time for a change at season's end, when Dave Tippett's contract expires. But if the Oilers' losing streak continues and a change is made, here are the candidates who could take over. At number 1, Claude Julien. If the Oilers are looking for experience, Julien would certainly be a prime candidate. He won a Stanley Cup with Boston and has also coached in Montreal and New Jersey, having 19 total years of experience. Julien was most recently linked to the Vancouver Canucks, but that job ended up going to Bruce Boudreau. The going rate for experienced head coaches seems to be 2 years at this time, as we saw with Daryl Sutter and Bruce Boudreau, so the Oilers will be locking themselves into a multi-year deal to land Julien. At number 2, Mike Babcock. Ken Holland and Mike Babcock are linked from their time together in Detroit, and many in the media have assumed Babcock would be an obvious choice to take over. Babcock has won it all: Stanley Cups, Olympic gold medals, and for a period of time he was considered the best coach in the NHL. In speaking with Ken Holland, Elliot Friedman shot down recent speculation linking Babcock to the Oilers, but that doesn't mean Holland doesn't make a call in the future. Babcock was unceremoniously jettisoned from the NHL and fired by the Maple Leafs after reports surfaced of him mentally abusing players over his tenure in Detroit and Toronto. Since he was fired, he interviewed with the Washington Capitals and has been hired at the University of Saskatchewan as the university's team's head coach. Babcock's name remains blacklisted to many. Like Julien, I'm sure you'd be looking at a multi-year deal to bring him in. At number 3, Paul Maurice. Another experienced coach, Maurice outcoached Tippett in the first round of last year's playoffs as the Winnipeg Jets swept the Oilers in 4 straight games. However, the Jets were quickly eliminated by the Montreal Canadiens in the second round, and this year have struggled, leading to the resignation of Maurice as he felt a new voice was needed for his team. Would he take another NHL job so quickly? He could be tempted. Rumors have linked the Oilers to Maurice, and many consider him a strong candidate to take over. Maurice has never won the ultimate prize, but he's highly respected, and like I said, has a ton of experience coaching with Carolina, Toronto, and Winnipeg. Not sure if it would take a multi-year deal to land Maurice. He may be more receptive to trying something for the remainder of the season, and seeing how the fit is. If this is your first visit to the channel, and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. At number 4, Jim Playfair or Glenn Gulutzan. If Dave Tippett is let go, the Oilers may just look down the bench. Playfair and Gulutzan both have head coaching experience, and it could be the simplest and cheapest move for the Oilers to make. I have a feeling, though, as associate coach, Playfair's fate may be tied to Tippett, and if Tippett goes, he's likely to go along with him. Out of the two, I think Gulutzan would be more likely to be put in place as head coach. He would probably be named interim head coach for the remainder of the season. And at number 5, current Bakersfield Condors head coach, Jay Woodcroft. Woodcroft has done an amazing job with the Oilers prospects in Bakersfield. For the most part, the Oilers have been receiving players that are NHL ready and able to contribute right away. Woodcroft has already served as an Edmonton Oilers assistant coach under Todd McLellan, so most players in Edmonton already have a familiarity with him, including their time spent together in training camp. I think Woodcroft was already considered the heir apparent to Dave Tippett, so if the Oilers brought him up now, it would just be speeding up the process slightly. There's been talk Daryl Cates is concerned about finances, so bringing up Woodcroft would be another cheap option for him. We could also see Jay's assistant coach in Bakersfield, former Oiler Dave Manson, brought up as well, but I'm guessing if Woodcroft does get the call, Manson may take over as head coach in Bakersfield for at least the remainder of the season. Out of all these choices, Jay Woodcroft is far and away my number 1 choice. It can be argued the Oilers may want or need a more experienced coach, but I think Woodcroft is the future, and the Oilers shouldn't bring in another short-term fix. What do you guys think? Will Dave Tippett be fired? Who would you choose to replace him? Sound off in the comment section below. Look for more Edmonton Oilers SOS videos in the coming days. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic? Thanks for being a fan. Take care, guys.